All right, guys, this is Chris with Drop Dice. So I'm back again with you guys. This time we're actually going to talk about another character. This is Tsi Tsubasa. If you saw my video earlier today, I said I was going to bring him up in a video later today. Now that time has come. So just like last time, I'm going to read a little intro, and then we're going to talk about him generally. Tsi Tsubasa of the Oriole clan is like many others from his clan, a swordsmith. At first glance, the man seems thin to wield a forge master's hammer with any skill, but years of training and crafting has forged more than just a few swords in those fires. Tsubasa wishes to find a sword master who will serve as a muse for his own masterpiece, a sword that haunts him in his dreams with flashes of steel. He has been so fixated on his dream that it's begun to wear on his friends. He seeks perfections in all things now, taking as much time needed to create art in all things. His quest drives him to leave home without family or wife, much to the dismay of his mother. He has been selected as a Shikin to go into Toshi Rambo as a native and as a concerned citizen to settle the matter between the lion and the crane. His clan champion, Tsi Soshi, has also sent him with a request to deliver a sealed letter to the governor Akoma Hitoshi of Permission City, near Toshi Rambo. The letter's contents were not revealed to him, but seemed to be of major importance to the clan champion, who didn't speak much on it, but was very serious. So his introduction is actually very short and sweet to the point. And the reason I did that is because he is kind of albeit he's kind of a perfectionist, he is kind of a no-nonsense, down-to-earth kind of artisan style style character. In fact, he decided to, just as kind of some meta knowledge here, he did decide to go ahead and do the Tsi Weaponsmith School. In my last video, I believe I mentioned the school that Komori did. If I didn't, Komori actually went to the Mantis Bushi School. And as I do these, I'm going to kind of let you guys know some of the meta that goes on with these characters as well. So for Tsi Tsubasa, he attended the Tsi Weaponsmith School, and we had some discussion. We're actually going to be using some of the optional weapon forging rules. So he's going to have some stuff that he can do that's a little bit different than what you see inside the book, to give him a little bit more flexibility with what he can do for the party as far as making new items and things like that. And of course, it will take time, and he, being a perfectionist, may seek out certain specific materials. My friend Brendan will actually be playing him. And let's get to the 5 facts about Tsi Tsubasa here. Tsubasa's father passed away before creating his own masterpiece. So now Tsubasa feels that he must finish his masterpiece for both himself and his father. This is something that was mentioned a couple times in his 20 questions about his feelings about his father. And he seems to have a general, like a very strong respect for his father, even though he didn't really get too much time with him because his father died when he was very young. And fact number 2 is his father actually died from an inherited disease that causes the muscles in their body to lock up and cause a very painful death. Basically, it was from a plague that struck the area, and there were other people that were affected by that. But they believe it's been inherited. There has been some victims that seem to be displaying the same symptoms that the patients did when that happened a few years back. Fact number 3 is Tsubasa's mother has been looking for a suitable woman for her son, but he has turned them all away in his suit of perfection. Basically, he's seen these women and he's found minor complaints about them, and he has said no to every offer that has been made. It's actually putting a little bit of a strain on his mother right now, because she has put forward a couple different people, and she's actually kind of getting a bad name now because of it. So it is coming close to the time that Tsubasa either needs to start looking for himself or convince his mother to stop putting her name out there for everybody to basically kind of step on a little bit there. Fact number 4 here is Tsubasa actually is from Toshi Rambo, like I mentioned inside the little verbiage there. He grew up near Su-Uchi, which is a Oriole clan estate to the clan champion. So he actually has a relatively close relationship with his clan champion. Some of these minor clans, that's actually pretty common. For the back clan, that's going to be the same way. That you're going to know who your champion is, more like a neighbor than necessarily anything else, and you may actually even be related to them in some cases. So that's actually an important fact. He does happen to be a local. So he and I are going to have a discussion about what he knows about the situation before anybody else arrives at some point, which I'll probably shoot him a message pretty soon here about that. And lastly, fact number 5, how he expects to die. Tsubasa plans to die after completing his masterpiece. He ultimately believes that his goal in life is to create this masterpiece to do honor to his family, to his father who could not create his own, and he's kind of haunted by it. And so his goal is to ultimately complete it, and then he will be happy, and is not really doesn't really care how he dies at that point, so long as he's able to complete his masterpiece, which does require him to find an acceptable swordsman because he's so particular. He's going to make other weapons along the way because I had this little discussion with him, and some armors and stuff like that as he goes as being a weaponsmith. But the one that's going to be his masterpiece is going to be a sword that he's going to forever be collecting things to try and improve upon his design. Like he may get a wood that's very special from the colonies or something like that as he goes through to make the handle. And from talking to the player, that's going to be something that he wants to play up in story. So we should see a little bit more of that in the game, which again is a little bit different than what you normally get with an adventuring party. Just so you can see, you know, some other aspects of adventuring, at least for Legend of the Five Rings anyways. And then just like last time, I want to go ahead and share screen with you guys. Let me pull it up here. Here is the picture he selected for his character. I'm not sure where this one came from. I'm sure one of my viewers may recognize it from something, but this is the one that he picked out to kind of show who his character was. He's got a little comment over here. This basically is the same stuff I told you guys, so no surprises really there. Go ahead and stop sharing that real quick here. And all right, so that's pretty much what we've got for Tsi Tsubasa. And next up, I will probably do, let me look here. I will probably do our Dragon Clan member, which I plan on doing later tonight. And if I can, I may even crank out a third one. It kind of depends. I'm basically reading over their 20 questions, formulating how I want them to be written into the story, and giving them their own little intro paragraph here before we start the game. So that's about it for this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one, and have a good night.